Hello! In this video, we're going to take a look at how to set up the Ministry Keeper app through our SK Media Administration dashboard. To get there from our SK Sites site editor, we'll click Administration and then scroll down the sidebar and click Mobile App. On this screen, we'll see a lot of different options, and at the top, we'll see a message informing us of what steps we need to take before we can publish our app. Beneath that message, we can click on the Preview App button to take a look at what our app would look like if we were to publish it right now. We can see we have a few tiles here, as well as a sidebar with a variety of pages to access. In the main area of this dashboard, we'll see a variety of buttons that access different aspects of our app that we can customize before publishing. First, we'll click on App Configuration. In the App Configuration screen, we'll see an option at the top where we can write out the name of our app, which is usually going to be the name of our church. Below that, we have the option to write out a description, and below that, we have an option to write out our giving URL. If we have SK Giving, that will be our SK Giving link. Below that, we have the option to choose between the default homepage style and a tile format. We have two other options that are for the best package, where you can customize your app icon and splash page. We'll scroll past those for now, as we're just using the Ministry Keeper app. Down here, we'll see that we have the option to name our news page and our documents page. We'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll click Save. Next, we'll take a look at our homepage configuration. Here, we'll see the tiles that we saw in our preview, as well as the main background image, which we could change if we'd like. We can resort the tiles, add additional tiles, or remove tiles. If we want to edit one, we can click on the Edit Tile button, and we'll see a variety of options where we can change the image, the size of the image. We can link out to an external URL if we want that tile to lead users somewhere outside of the app. We can also select an image from our device or a stock photo if we'd like. Finally, at the top, we can decide whether or not we want to link this tile to a page within our app. Right now, it's linked to the directions page for this tile, and we're going to keep it that way. We'll click Save and close out of that screen. Next, we'll go to the configuration for our navigation menu, and here in the app menu we see the sidebar in the top left. We can drag the items around so they're in a different order, and at the bottom we can drag various items up onto the menu that are available to us as standard app pages. We can delete those from the list if we want. We can go to the Custom App Pages option, or we can go to the Custom Links and drag those as well onto the menu. Once it's where we'd like it, we can go ahead and save our changes. Next, we're going to take a look at how to manage the app pages. Here we have two app pages that are already set up. We can add a new record by clicking Add New Record. Here we'll see an option to input our own custom HTML should we desire to custom build a page. Otherwise, any page that you build in the SK Sites Builder will be available to use in your app as well. Next, we'll open the Color Palette option, where we see our default color palette. We can preview and activate it, and we can add a new color palette. If we want to edit that palette, we can click on Edit Palette, and we'll see the different colors for various segments of the app, and we can change those if we would like. From there, we'll take a look at our calendar options. If we have an external calendar that we would like to include in our app, we can look up the iCal URL for that calendar and include that here, which will integrate that calendar into the app. Now, let's take a look at our download libraries, which are going to be sermons and documents that we have available for download, such as weekly liturgies. So we'll click on that, and we can select a media library for our sermons, a media library for any downloadable documents, and we can add additional media libraries and additional document libraries should we desire. Those can be set up inside of the SK Site Builder, and then selected in this menu. We'll save that, and for now, we'll skip over the blog option, as we can set that up elsewhere, and we're going to go straight to the Manage News and Notifications area. Here, we have the option to create new news articles, so we'll click on Add a New Article. We can title it, and we'll just name this one New Building Grand Opening. Select a date, and then we can fill out the abstract for what this news is, and then proceed to write out the body text for our news like a letter or an article. We can save those changes, and now we'll see that the news article appears in this list. We can then click the Send Notification option, which will allow us to send a phone notification to everyone who has the app. We'll give the notification a title, and we'll write out the notification message, and then we can just send that notification out to everyone with the notifications enabled on their mobile device. This is an incredibly useful feature for keeping your members up to date on what's going on in your ministry. Moving on, we'll skip over the Manage Membership Directory area for right now, as that is something you can set up elsewhere. We see that we also have another Preview App button here that we'll take a look at once we're finished making changes. For now, we'll click on Edit Contact Information, and here is where we can put in our address, city, state, etc. We'll save that, and then we can click on Manage Users, and here we'll see we have our different users, what their role is, and other information like that. We can go take a look at any unapproved users or user requests we might have, and manage those as well. We can edit the permissions, and possibly delete users from here if we need to. Once we've made our changes and are happy with it, we can click that Preview App button, and we'll see our changes set up. We can take a look and then close out. When we're finished setting up our app, we can click the I'm Ready to Publish button, and we'll see a message that lets us know that we can scan this QR code once we've published the app, and that will direct our app directly to our ministry in particular. The message lets us know that if we'd like to proceed with publishing a custom app separate from the Ministry Keeper app, which is an option available only to the best package holders, as a standalone app with its own name, we can choose to do that, but for our purposes, we are going over using the Ministry Keeper app, and so we'll go ahead and click on the I'll use Ministry Keeper option, and it will go ahead and publish our app. We'll see a confirmation message up top, and we can continue to manage our mobile app and preview it using the Preview button. We can remove our site from the app if we need to, as well as use that QR code again in the app to find our organization. If at some point we've decided to upgrade to the best package and we need to submit this app to be a custom app, we have this Submit Custom App button up at the top. But for our purposes, our Ministry Keeper app is finished. We have published it, and our organization is available within the app to access.